Hi, my name is Vivian Chanduing. I am a Raffles interior designer. My project title is Serendipity, and the Serendipity is about to develop a second-hand book library-based community library, and to have the inspiration of Serendipity is actually inspired of the book itself. And for a book is not only have the book covers only, it also include the words and picture. There are very many book bindings elements that are applied in this community library project. So, another important thing is when we turn the page and fold the page of the books, we can find that it's not a simple rectangle shape of the books only. We can extend to an organic shape. So I think this is all about the serendipity. The spaces that are designed under the serendipity is actually include so many spaces. For the introduction, serendipity is connected into three things. The first is the journey of a book, and the second is the art of reading, and the third is the framework of serendipity. So as the start of the introduction of a serendipity is actually the reception area and the quick reading area. The second is the content of it. The content of it is include the reading and working area, such as I try to design different spaces like the cafe, the learning space, and the activity area. And the third is the highlight in the journey of a book. So for the highlight of a journey of a book, I try to have the different kinds of activities, try to put them into the design and feel the design. And the last is to have a conclusion of it. The conclusion, look, the layout of this serendipity is a loop layout. So they will start from the starting point to the end point spaces. My project is located at the Permas Jaya Sport Complex in Taman Permas Jaya, and the site building actually has 2 floor level, and my site is located at the whole first floor level actually, and it's a quite long and linear site. The benefit of it is actually they can let the people more familiar with the flowing of the site. My target audience is actually composed with 2 groups. The major target audience is for the students, especially for the primary school and secondary school students. And the minor is for the parents and the children. And I apply many colors in this community library to bring them and attract them into this community library. I think the unique features that I design in this community library is to try to design a different setting, which is reflect the home kind feeling for them to choose their favorite place to read their favorite books. So then you can see throughout my project, you can see different settings of it. I think it's the purple color, because the purple color is to express the magical, and the magical is quite matched with my design concept, serendipity. Actually, there are 3 messages that I want to convey to the audience. The first is I researched that the Malaysians do not like to read the books. They like to buy the books but don't read it. And the busy local community, but they really don't have enough time to read. So the first issue, the first message I want to convey is to cultivate the culture of reading habit through this community library. And the second is I researched that the second-hand book market starts to lose its market now. And so it's time to improve its visibility now. And the third is due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it's a minor issue to create a better learning environment for the students, especially with the facilities and the amenities. Start from the major studio project 1, under the guidance of our lecturer, we start from our hobbies, because the hobbies is from our daily life and we are very familiar with it. So it's quite easy to start to decide our final design topic. So I am the person who is very like to go to the old bookshop to see the second-hand book actually. I think the second-hand book has a lot of memories in there. Many persons use it and you can see the markers and the highlights in the books. You can see what they experience with this book. And I also is a person that I like to read the novels. I think this topic is very suitable for me to design. The site is actually quite near to our house, and so it's very convenient for me to access it. And the second is the site comes with the natural landscaping and the breezy view. So it is already solved the problems, especially the outdoor environment for them, for the major findings that I find in the major studio project 1. The people will feel more cozy and more relaxed when they have this kind of outdoor environment, and this is very helpful for my design. The favorite is actually throughout the spaces because I think the most favorite is the colors. If done without the colors, I think it's very boring and very monochrome. So the colors is actually highlights the serendipity things in this community library. I think the most important that I learned from the university is the presentation skill, because as an interior designer, no matter it's an interior designer or fashion interior designer or others interior designer, we need to communicate our design ideas to our lecturer and our friends. If not, they are not to understand the hidden meaning behind of our design. So the important thing is to have the communication skill and to briefly to present the design ideas to everyone. The design concept is like a soul of the project actually. If not, there are no reason behind the design, and then there are not stories to attract the people to look at and memorize your design actually. I want to be the designer that can create a lot of spaces that can convert the warm and full of story spaces for them to experience. Because nowadays there are so many spaces don't have their soul and they cannot memorize the space actually. So I think I will create a very nice stories to each the spaces, so the people can have a good memories point and to appreciate the places that we create by the interior designer. My plan of the future is to improve my ability, especially for the computer modeling, because the computer modeling I am actually have a bit weak in this aspect. But I try to improve myself and also have more site experience, because the site experience is make us to more familiar with the site and more helpful for our design. And each site comes with different things to solve. So these two main things is I want to improve. Interior designer is actually the person who create a very nice environment for the people to experience. So they need to consider many things, especially the safety, but also in the aesthetic, but also in the functional. So aesthetic, safety, functional is the three very important things that a designer needs to consider. I think the tips is you need to keep it out to research many things in the design. Especially the design need to have different research to support the design. So the research is actually the supporting and the important things for you to look in, and such as like the sun orientation. If you want to apply the natural lighting, it's very important for you to research it. The spaces, what they want to express the feeling, you also need to consider many elements of it. So if you want to create a nice ambient of the spaces and make it full of stories, you need to very keen out.